Hi, I'm Samantha Tier, and I am here with Chats. We are here at the beautiful Arts Garden in downtown Indianapolis, and I have with me Mr. Bernie Martin.
Hello.
Hi, it is an absolute pleasure to finally meet you and talk
Yes.
with you. With Midwest Fashion Week going on in Indianapolis this week, can you just kind of tell us what is the vision behind it?
Well, I mean, the concept changed over as we grow because originally I'm not from here in the Midwest, and I've been enjoying learning from the people of the Midwest. And as I'm growing here in this culture, I find it so passionate. I have developed a passion for this region because I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I have friends in LA, and I have friends in Florida, and I see how the culture here is so different. So therefore, for me, the goal of the mission was to unite the entire Midwest in a form of fashion entertainment or fashion it's for them to express themselves, but at the same time also including the people that are coming from outside to come to the heart of America, and for the heart of America to expose to the world what exactly that they have as well as an American sense of style. There you go.
Okay, so what about the Midwest made you want to come to the Midwest?
I mean, it was all about the style. It was all about style. It was about the attitude, the way people carry themselves, their culture, the sense of their behavior, their patterns, the way they look. I mean, it's completely different. So for me, it was like, wow, let me explore this further. Let me give in them that and then see what happens. I mean, this is a home of so many great intellectuals. I mean, you have great universities in the Midwest. I mean, the Midwest is really the beacon of what you call the American culture. From Michael Jackson to Madonna, all those guys from the Midwest. And for me, great Hollywood actresses came from here. I mean, Halle Berry, can I go more? So I really wanted to come here and really explore who are these people. But for me, I think they have been under, underproven who they are really as a group of people. So yeah.
Okay. Now, with Midwest Fashion Week, can you kind of talk about the vision as far as what did it take to put on a
Oh my
week's
God.
worth of things here in Indianapolis?
I mean, it's definitely a task. I mean, it's overwhelmed. There's a lot of no's and there's a lot of yes. There's a lot of question. There's a lot of hesitance. But at the end of the day, we carry on. Want for all of us to still speak the same language, and therefore to make our sponsors and others that are around us to feel comfortable with how we are moving forward. It's all about communication. So yeah, so I would say definitely the part of the most challenging, of course, is asking somebody for money. Money for what? So they so you have to explain that. Yeah.
Okay. And as far as fashion, how did you get into fashion yourself?
Wow, that's a great question. I don't think, I don't know. I don't think I can say I got into fashion. I guess it's something that I was born with. You know what I mean? I guess anything that somebody is doing out of passion, you have to either born with it or else. Does that make sense? Or maybe it had been stuck in the back of your mind at some point. For me, it was more like my attitude was like I was always playing with the word fashion, but I wasn't sure what exactly I really wanted to do until much later when I went to college. That's when I really started to explore what are the different things that I really want to do in fashion. Yeah, so.
Okay. I know the other night, the new Indy race
500,
car
yeah.
dancers were here. How did that all come about
Oh
with the
my
Fashion
God.
Week?
That was like such an overwhelming experience in terms of great. The challenges was great because we had less than a week to make those dresses, and then we had literally made the decision about the dress within a couple of days, or if not within 24 hours. Actually, let me take that one. We took about 24 hours to make a decision to execute the design. Then the only thing that's kind of held us back was like to wait for the fabric to come here to Indianapolis. But other than that, we all knew from the beginning it was the right path. And for me, it was an opportunity of a lifetime because the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is iconic to the region, you know. So for what it means, so for me it was like, oh my God, this is way beyond me, you know. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, what is your vision as far as Midwest Fashion Week? Where do you see this going in the future?
Definitely. I mean, I see this as a way to not only Midwestern designers to come together and explore each other's talents instead of like criticizing each other's talents. Does that make sense? Putting each other at the forefront of what you call the heart of American culture in fashion. I see that vision going, and at the same time, to serve as a form of a seminar, you know, to educate not only designer but at the same time other people that are in the business of fashion, and then to really create a sense of economy, you know, a sustainable economy too for the region. You know, I mean, in the past, the Midwest had the automobile industry, so why not fashion? You know, but what people don't realize is that they're always consumed by the fact that fashion is art. Where I'm coming from, I really would like for them to understand fashion is a business as well. It's a business entity that can explore so many different arena and things. Like we have scientists this week. She's a scientist. Why she's in fashion? You know, so those are and things that I would like to answer, and I would like for people in the future to really come together and be part of this. You know. So,
Okay. Do you have any advice for any up and coming designers or anyone who may want to get into fashion but just do not know how to do it, especially here in the Midwest?
Be patient. Be patient, and also cultivate your craft. And being a fashion designer is not an overnight experience. You know, it's a long-term goal. So if you're in it for just for the short-term goal, maybe that's not your career. You know, you have to be able to develop your own sense of identity. You know, so in other words, I tell you an advice somebody told me: if you want to be successful in fashion, walk into Macy's and don't do what they do.
Makes sense. And lastly, for anyone who may want to get involved, with Midwest Fashion Week for next year, if they want to intern, volunteer, how can someone go about doing that?
Go to our website, midwestfashionweek.com, and there's a link there that says get involved, and it's that easy. So just come, and then there's a selection that say volunteers, and then there's so many different levels, media relation, and so on. So yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for taking time out to be interviewed. It was a pleasure meeting you.